In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make $50,000 spending $0 in any marketing. What's going on, everybody? My name is Ryan Corcoran. If you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you for visiting the page. I teach people how to invest in real estate and how to become financially free through real estate investing. And if you find any value from this page, please hit the like button and subscribe before we get started in this video. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, spreads the video and promotes the video to more people, and it really helps me out a lot. So, how to make $50,000 with zero marketing? Seems like a pretty tall feat, right? And I'm just gonna give you the broad overview of how it's done and then how you can tactically get there yourself. So number one, a real estate agent had sent me a deal. I took a peek at the deal. I knew what the value of that area was for properties, and this happened to be a 10-unit property. And I knew what somebody else would pay for the property if it was listed on the market. When he brought me the deal, I analyzed the property, I made an offer, I got it under agreement. I then double closed on that property and I sold it to an investor for a $50,000 wholesale fee. I purchased the property for $775. I double closed it, sold it for $825. So $82,500 per unit. Now, let's back up. So you're probably hearing that, you're like, great, well, number one, how do I get agents to send me deals? Number two, how do I know what's a good deal? And number three, how do I find the buyer for that deal? And number four, how do I execute the whole thing, right? So number one, every single week, you should be reaching out to 3 different agents in whatever niche in real estate you're looking for. So if that's single family, condos, go find a residential real estate agent, right? If it's 5 or 6 unit multifamily properties or 20 unit multifamily properties, right? You need to go find a commercial real estate broker. If it's industrial buildings or strip malls, go find a triple net lease real estate broker, right? Email, call, get in contact with 3 different agents every single week and continue to build up your network of agents. And you're gonna put them all into an Excel spreadsheet and you're gonna set up an automated email for every month. You're gonna email every single person you keep adding to that list. You're going to email them once per month, reminders, follow-ups of what you're looking for, setting up phone calls. Okay, so pretty soon, after 3 months, I can't even do the math 12 times. That's 36 different agents that you just come up with in 3 months that are now looking for you and you can reach out to and ask questions about. But the idea is to build credibility for you and increase your lead source coming across your desk. Step number 2. How do I know how much to pay? What's a good deal, right? So if somebody kicked me this 10 unit, they said the price was initially, the lady wanted 850 grand. I knew that the deal would be a really good deal at 775 because most people are buying per unit pricing out there in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, where the property was, for roughly 85 to 90,000 per unit. All right, so market value is 850 to 900,000. So I locked it up at 775. I was the only one who really had any stabs at the property yet because the agent had brought me the deal off market before even listing because he knew I could, make an offer and he trusted my closing ability. Studying your markets, you need to know where things are selling, whether it's price per unit or, a 2,000 square foot house or a triple net lease space, right? You need to know what a good deal is in your market. And to do that, you can use a couple different tactics. That list of agents that you just built up, you can ask them. Second thing, you can go on PropStream, you can go on Zillow, you can go and do market analysis. You can ask real estate professionals to do a market analysis for you. This takes a lot of practice, a lot of analyzing of deals. But once you get the hang of how to actually analyze a deal and to figure out, what actually is a good deal, then you're able to, as you build this list of agents, they start kicking you deals, you'll be able to figure out, or you'll be able to know right away, okay, that's a good deal, or that's close. If I can get them down a little bit, now I have a good deal, right? Whether you're wholesaling, buying, flipping, it doesn't matter what it is. Finding a buyer for that property. So this is a little bit difficult. It's hard, in my opinion, it's really difficult to come up with a buyer's list when you're wholesaling real estate. or flipping real estate and trying to find a buyer for it, for that matter. If you're not listing on the MLS, that is. And the reason I say that is because you really have to have a list of off-market people chomping at the bit to be able to purchase that property, right? And to do that, there's a couple different tactics, but for $0 without spending marketing to find buyers, it's a little bit more difficult. So the best way I do this is I go to local meetups, real estate investing groups, Facebook groups, and I go in there, and I might get a lot of heat for this if I say this, but this is what you should do. Post a fake deal in a wholesaling website or a real estate Facebook page, and you're going to get a bunch of people putting their emails down there. Say DM me your email, and so they're going to list you. You're probably going to get 150 people. Copy all 100 emails, stick them into a folder on Gmail, and now you have 150 buyers. Boom, just like that, doing nothing, costs you $0, okay? So then you kick the deals out to everybody from there. The last step in this is executing. So something that isn't really talked about that much, wholesaling and assigning an agreement is one thing. Double closing on a property is a totally different game. You need transactional funding. You need a lender who can trust you. You need to have the seller and the buyer both on the same page. But it costs more money, right? It costs about $3,500 in extra closing fees to actually double close on the property and then have that property transferred to the end buyer. But you're actually closing on the property. And one of the reasons I don't actually assign many contracts is because, when I tell a seller that I'm going to be the buyer of the property, I stick to that, and I am the buyer of the property. And for some reason, if that double close does not go through, I still bought the property, right? I'm not going to back out on that seller in the initial phase. Every week, I'd come up with 3 agents. I built this list of 100 plus agents. I'd be bombing them every month, asking for leads. I'd go walk properties with them. I'd make offers with them. They know I'm legit. I've closed some properties with them. My reputation starts to build, and now they kick me deals all the time, right? And so this one, I really didn't do much work. I got sent the deal. He wanted $850,000. I got him down to $775,000. I said cash, no inspection, nothing, just a walkthrough. I actually brought the buyer with me because he owned 40 units in that area, and I happened to know that, so I brought the buyer with me. We walked the building together. He loved it. I had an open conversation with him, and I was like, listen, man, what price would you want to pay for this property? And he gave me the price. He literally said he'd pay $825,000 for it. And so I said, okay, well, I have it under agreement for $775,000. So if you're okay with me getting a $50,000 fee on this, let's move forward. And it doesn't have to be like that, but I happen to be friends with this guy. And so, yeah, a $50,000 wholesale fee, just like that, $0 in marketing. How powerful this world can be, and I just want to put that into perspective. When I was working as a PA in an ICU, I was making about $125,000 a year. After taxes, $80,000 a year. Well, I just made $50,000, and because of a bunch of cost segregation studies and other depreciation tactics, I'm not really going to pay much taxes on that this year. And so pretty much half my PA salary was in one deal from one email that someone sent me, which took me 2 hours to drive and walk through the property and drive home. If you want to learn a little bit more about how to find these off-market deals outside of just from agent referrals, I do have a coaching program. It's called Hidden Deals Coaching. Really what I do is teach people how to do direct mail and cold call and find these off-market deals in a market that's really hot. So you can lock up deals at below market value, whether you're buying them for yourself, flipping them, or wholesaling them. And you can hit the link below in the description. But yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video, and please leave any comments. Take care.